सोचा भी नहीं था कि ये ऐसे होगा.
It's been 4 months. Barely any time to process the loss, but enough surely, the family says, to find the person who murdered Harshita.
Why they are not taking it serious? Because Harshita is Indian, that's why.
Her husband, Pankaj Lamba, is the main suspect. His family says they've no idea where he is.
You think he's scared, maybe?
I cannot say anything about that situation.
The Delhi police and Supreme Court lawyers are wondering why they've had so little information about this case. It's peaceful here, a sprawling forest in South Delhi, away from the city's bedlam. But even here, memories of walks and picnics with her sister brings inner turmoil. Sonia barely leaves the house now, but she will in her fight for justice.
No one will fight. Now I will prove कि real sister होती क्या चीज़ है.
Northamptonshire Police believe Harshita Brella was murdered in Corby on the 10th of November. They released these CCTV images of Pankaj Lamba in London, likely from the next day. Delhi police have confirmed to Channel 4 News that Pankaj Lamba arrived in India on the 12th of November. Harshita Brella's body was found in the boot of a car in Ilford 2 days later. At the chambers of Ridhima Agarwal, the lawyers share with us new information about events just after the murder.
Can you tell us about the phone call that Pankaj Lamba allegedly made from India?
We've been informed that Pankaj, after fleeing from the UK, he came to India, and that is when he made a phone call to his friend, telling him the exact location where his car was parked. And that is when I think his friend called the police.
So he called a friend in London?
He called a friend in London. Corby was it, I think? Yes.
So that would be a crucial piece of evidence.
It was.
It's very rare for you to take on pro bono cases. Why did you take this one on?
Our heart went out to her. How do you connect the dots? You send your daughter with happiness, with her future husband, for a future life, and then you get her body back in 6 months.
Frustrated by the lack of information, in January the lawyer filed concerns at the High Court that the Indian government wasn't adequately following up with the UK authorities. It ended with an officer being appointed here to oversee the sharing of information between both countries. Next week there'll be a second hearing. The judge will be expecting updates from the Delhi police and the Indian government.
Harshita grew up in this house. Together, you were here all the time.
24 hours. We live together 24 hours, seriously.
Best friends.
More than.
There are no photographs on the walls, but Harshita's presence is felt deeply.
When I touch anything in this house, I feel that once my sister touched this thing, maybe there's fingerprints on it.
This is the last time they saw Harshita at the airport in Delhi before she flew to the UK. They marvel now at ordinary things like Harshita making bread and spend their days looking for answers. Here are some of the emails the family have sent about the case.
I think they are not serious for this case.
Why do you think they're not taking it seriously?
Because it's already 3 months and I don't see any update, any new information. They didn't pass anything to our embassy, our Delhi police, any documental work, any email. They don't send anything.
भरोसा है, लेकिन अब तक हो नहीं पाया कुछ भी. अभी करा नहीं है. करना चाहिए था, अब तक पंकज को पकड़ना चाहिए था. मेरी बेटी को इंसाफ दिलाई जल्दी से जल्दी.
चीज़ें तो भैया बड़ी दिक्कत हो रही है क्योंकि हम घर से बाहर भी नहीं निकल पा रहे. हमें डर है क्योंकि वो इंडिया में है. हमें डर है कि हमारे को वो मार सकता है.
They've installed bars on their balcony for added protection. Mr. Brella takes us to the police precinct. There we're told that they've sent 7 emails to Northamptonshire Police asking for information, but have heard nothing back. They've put together a document of questions which they'll send to the police via India's Ministry of External Affairs. So if Pankaj Lamba arrived in India on the 12th of November, where has he been since? We visit Mr. Lamba's family, a couple of hours' drive from Delhi in the state of Haryana. Mr. Lamba's mother and sister wanted to protect their identity. Do you have any thoughts about where he might be?
No, we didn't have. Last time when we talked, then he was in London. After that, I don't know.
And what contact have you had with the police in the UK? Any?
No.
They haven't called you?
No.
No contact at all?
No.
It's such a serious allegation against him.
Of course.
Do you think that he is capable of committing a crime like this?
No. Never ever.
You think he's scared, maybe?
I cannot say anything about that situation.
In a statement, Northamptonshire Police told us the investigation into the murder of Harshita Brella is ongoing and we continue to liaise closely with all relevant partners. It continues. A full and lengthy investigation has now been completed and a file has been passed to the Crown Prosecution Service for their consideration regarding a charging decision. Family liaison officers have been in regular contact with Harshita's family. Back at the family home, evening time brings silence but no peace. There's too much to think about and the space holds too many memories. Every day the family toils for information and the wait for justice is a heavy burden.